Are you thinking of moving to North Houston, but not sure if you're going to move to the Woodlands or Magnolia? We are breaking it down for you today. My name's Kelly Watkins. This is Brandy Adam with the Bridge Group, and Brandy lives in Magnolia, so she may be a little bit biased on which she prefers, but we're going to break it all down for you, starting with vibe and lifestyle. So tell me the difference between the vibe and lifestyle of Woodlands versus Magnolia.
The Woodlands is known for being a little bit more polished, a little bit more luxurious. They have like the whole country club atmosphere. Yes. You have country clubs, you have golf courses, you have a lot of like high-end shopping. The Woodlands Mall is a huge draw out to the Woodlands as well.
Outdoor malls, everyone loves that.
Versus Magnolia, where it is a little bit more spread out. There's not as much like commercial space or retail. It's much more nature focused. Yes. So you're looking at a lot of trees, a lot of hiking trails, just more general, a slower paced lifestyle.
Absolutely. The next category is going to be location versus commute. Now, I grew up in Houston, so I've known of the Woodlands. It's very developed area. It's been around for a while, and I know that it is quite far from downtown, in my opinion. So I can't imagine Magnolia seems pretty far from downtown.
Yeah, Magnolia is a little bit further than the Woodlands. The Woodlands is right off Highway 45, which is one of the biggest highways in the Houston area. It'll get you to the airport, it'll get you to downtown super quick. So the convenience to the 45 is really nice.
Without traffic though.
Without traffic. You are going to see a lot more traffic from the Woodlands.
Yeah.
Versus Magnolia, where there's just not as many people out in Magnolia. So we take Highway 249, which is one of the less traveled roads in the Houston area. So you're not looking at as much traffic, but maybe distance-wise, it's just a little bit further from in town.
The next category is going to be neighborhoods and developments in Magnolia versus the Woodlands. So as I've mentioned, the Woodlands has been around a lot longer than Magnolia. I mean, it's been there, but in terms of development, they're pretty much maxed out in terms of space. So any of the neighborhoods there are going to be more developed, more established neighborhoods, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a more established area. Most homes that are available out there now are resale homes. You're going to find that they are a little bit older. They have a lot more character for the most part. You might still have pockets of newer construction. Whereas in Magnolia, it is a highly developed area right now. There are a lot of new developments out in the Magnolia area. So you can find more new home options. So if you're looking for something new, Magnolia is probably the better option for you compared to the Woodlands.
And what I like about both these areas is the trees and the wooded feeling that you have out there. Being in North Houston, I think both of those are pretty similar in terms of...
I think a lot of people compare the two as far as nature and just in general, all the trees.
Yeah, and I think that's great, especially if you're someone moving from out of state where you had a lot of trees. There are a lot of communities in maybe West or South Houston where there's no trees if it's a new community. So I do like the fact that North Houston will give you kind of that more nature feeling even in new construction communities.
Yes.
We have several videos about Magnolia and the Woodlands, so definitely like and subscribe to our page and check out those videos if you want to know more specific communities that you may want to consider when moving to these areas. Okay, the next category is going to be schools. So I know that they both have great schools, but what's some of the differences between Woodlands and Magnolia in terms of schools and community?
Yeah, so we'll start with the Woodlands. The Woodlands is known for their school district. They have, there's a Conroe ISD, some of the best schools in Houston. So top-notch schools. Whereas Magnolia they're smaller. It's in development, so it's a little bit less well-known, but still good schools, highly rated, but usually smaller student-to-teacher ratios and smaller schools. It's a much more small town feel, like the Friday night lights. People do like the pep rallies and get really involved in school, so it's just a smaller feel.
And I would say in general they both are great for families. So if you're moving here with your family, you have great options in terms of school and just the general community of both areas.
Absolutely.
All right, in the last category we're going to be discussing is pricing and value of the Woodlands versus Magnolia. What are your thoughts?
So Magnolia, you can usually get a little bit lower price per square foot. You might be able to get more home for your dollar and more space too, a lot more larger lots. Whereas in the Woodlands, you're looking at primarily resale and usually it's upscale, so like 500s to the multi-millions. Magnolia, if you're looking at multi-millions, you're buying a ranch. So you get more land, maybe equal house.
Yeah, that's a good point. So definitely a little bit more affordable on the Magnolia side, but you can also get new construction. So I would say Magnolia is a great option for somebody that's looking for a little bit more space, a little bit more spread out, a little bit more slower paced lifestyle. And the Woodlands is going to be a lot more amenity rich in general and a little bit higher price point. So I would say in general, those are the two ways to sum it up. But The great news is that they're right next to each other. So whether you live in the Woodlands or Magnolia, you know, you're just a few minutes away really to get to the Woodlands. Or if you want to slow down and go out to the countryside, you know, then you have Magnolia. So I think it's a great option for anybody looking to move to the Houston area. Both great options. So if you are thinking about moving to the Houston area, definitely reach out to the Bridge Group today. We'd love to sit down with you and talk to you about all your options. We know the areas very well and can talk about step by step what the process would look like for you. So reach out to the Bridge Group today. If not, we will see you on the next video.